Just imagine all the people they're gonna find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably gonna be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted, and the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning them black and blue. Like, I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like, once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they couldn't do. Like, this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like, that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like, people were screaming help, trying to tell Travis Scott. They was like, help. The whole crowd was just going like, help. And he just kept going, bro. It was like, that shit was scary, bro. It was so demonic, bro.
So we have seen recently, loads of athletes, footballers who have died with heart attacks or their careers ended due to heart problems. This has never happened before in such great numbers over a small period of time. And it seems a large majority of these people have had the jabs. And it seems to be that once they start exercising, it affects their heart. Could this be the same at the concert? That the adrenaline is making these people, these young people, collapse. And because the fake stream media want to cover this up, they exaggerate about a surge in the crowd. They bring out this narrative about someone injecting people in order to distract from a large number of people, young people, who are dropping down with heart problems at a festival that you can only go to if you've had 2 jabs or a negative test. Is that what is going on? Just to recap, it was reported that 11 people had heart attacks. The requirements for going to the concert were that you had to be double jabbed or had a recent negative test. It has been mentioned online that a Vax clinic was set up a couple of days before, and as an incentive, kids were getting free tickets. I can't verify that, but they did offer free tickets for Astro World to those who got the jab back in May, as you can see here. Now, I remember yesterday seeing clips of people pushing through a barrier, and these clips were associated with the fake stream media news stories about the festival, the deaths and the cardiac arrests, and it was always associated with a crowd surge, which implied that this was from the crowd surge. This was not. This was from earlier in the day, when crowds pushed their way through to get into the festival. As you can see, it's the daytime, while when the gig was actually on, it was dark, which gives me the impression the fake stream are trying to push the narrative of a huge surge, causing these people to collapse. But as you can see from this clip, there's no crowd surge going on, and this person has collapsed. Now, on top of this, we also had this guy from the police then come out and state that a member of security had been spiked in the neck at the concert and had collapsed. Here's the clip.
I think that all of us need to be respectful of the families and make sure that we follow the facts and the evidence. And that's what we're trying to do here in the Houston Police Department. I will tell you, one of the narratives was some individual was injecting other people with drugs. We do have a report of a security officer according to the medical staff that was out and treated him last night, that he was reaching over to restrain or grab a citizen, and he felt a prick in his neck. When he was examined, he went unconscious. They administered Narcan. He was revived, and the medical staff did notice a prick that was similar to a prick that you would get if somebody's trying to inject.
Now this reminds me of the stories coming out of the UK about people getting spiked at nightclubs from about a month or so ago. There were loads of these stories, and it's not isolated to the UK. They are running a similar narrative in Ireland. Here we see a couple of stories from a few weeks ago about drink spiking, and also from a couple of weeks ago about someone in Ireland getting injected. And there are loads more. And here we have this now at the festival, yesterday or the day before. All of a sudden around the world people are going to nightclubs and concerts and people are sticking syringes into people. And it just so coincides with all of these people getting the jab around the world and collapsing. I see on the fake stream media numerous accounts online of people saying there were more people dropping than reported. There is a nurse online stating that where she was in her hospital, that there were about 100 or so who arrived at the hospital from the festival who were unconscious. I can't verify this. I don't believe that all of a sudden in different countries around the world that there is all of a sudden a load of people who have started going out into nightclubs and bars and are starting to inject people for some reason, and that all of a sudden there is an epidemic of people spiking drinks. It all sounds very suspect. Some people online claim that it is something to do with the music, to do with low frequencies of music, and something to do with the jab. I don't know.